let's touch on education. Because the latest investigative piece by Corruption Watch is revealing some widespread corruption and malpractices aimed at actually assisting candidates to cheat in the 2021 West Africa Senior High School Certificate Examination. In the following report, Frederick Isiama tells the story of how some senior high schools and authorities are actually engaged in the habit of racketeering. We'll tell you all about that shortly, but David Tinkramchum is back on with us. David, we lost you briefly. The point you were making about leading a delegation to obviously engage government on some of your concerns as a labor union. Okay, it appears that that's not happening anytime soon. But let's take you back to the issue of the West Africa examination and the fact that we're receiving some reports through JoyNews investigative piece that racketeering appears to be the order of the day. We can now watch and get to find out the details of what it is that is transpiring in the sector.
In July 2021, Corruption Watch received tip-offs about the intention of some schools and individuals to perpetrate examination malpractice during the 2021 West African Senior School Certificate Examination, WASSCE. Consequently, in September, Corruption Watch investigative journalist Frederick Isiama set out to investigate the potential examination malpractices, paying special attention to orchestrated efforts by some school authorities to assist candidates to cheat at examination halls. At the All for Christ Senior High Technical School, our team established that the authorities in question set up several platforms on social media through which they circulated solutions to examination questions. This enabled invigilators to pass answers to the examination questions to candidates while examinations were in progress. The biggest of these cheating platforms set up by the school for invigilators is a WhatsApp page known as the Integrity Vibes. This page had over 80 participants, including this Corruption Watch investigator. They also used the page to inform invigilators about news and alerts from WAEC and other organizations such as the Africa Education Watch. On Wednesday, September 15, 2021, participants on the page took keen interest in the WAEC update that announced the rescheduling of papers of 2 courses and the listing of 11 schools for close monitoring. Later that day, one participant shared a voice note that discouraged teachers and students from answering questions posed by journalists who come probing into malpractices.
As at now, one thing you should know is that the media will start to ask questions. They will come to the schools. This is what you have to do. Never answer any question to any media. Do not conform to them. Do not make yourself available to answer any question. If you are being asked, tell them you have no idea. Did the paper leak? You don't know. All I want you to do now is just keep quiet, because the more you talk, the more you make the issue worse.
The first core papers that candidates wrote were English Language 2 and 1 papers, that is, the essay and objective papers, which were written on Monday, September 13, 2021. We captured some authorities of both All for Christ Senior High Technical School and Duhai assistant candidates to answer questions. At Duhai, candidates paid an unspecified amount of money before the start of the papers. A female student was assigned the responsibility of collecting the unspecified amount of money before the start of the English Language Paper 2 at 8:30 a.m. In return, candidates were allowed to share ideas. Moreover, teachers and invigilators assisted the candidates to answer questions in the comprehension and summary sections of English Language Paper 2.
Hey, do you also copy? Isn't it a sin? Are you not committing a sin? If you don't understand something, call me for help. Which question? Question 6, the II. It says she secured the support of a bank that loaned. There is a word there. It is L-O-A-N-E-D, that loaned her some money. It is loan, then you add yidi. Be fast, write fast, else when the person comes, we'll see how you'll be able to write.
There was prior information to students that they had to make arrangements on their own for the essay section of the English language paper 2. This was the school's strategy for avoiding the detection of mass cheating. However, a female student did not follow instructions to hand over all extraneous materials after usage. She consequently implicated Maxwell Amma, a science tutor of the school, as the source of the material. A commotion followed.
If you have finished copying from your foreign material, hand it over. Don't make noise. Don't talk. Just give it to me. Someone has written something for you. As soon as I picked it, you said, Sir Max, let's see if next time someone will help you. I will not write something for you so that you expose me. You don't know the answer. Assuming you even paid me 1 billion cedis, do you have to mention my name? You said I took money from you. The person told me that you said you gave me money.
Well, excerpts of the Corruption Watch investigations there. Well, let me bring in now Reverend Victor Brew. He's the head of legal at WASSCE, joining us now. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. So, has this gotten to your notice at the organization, and what are we likely to see in the coming days in terms of dealing with some of these concerns?
Thank you very much for having me, and good afternoon to your listeners and your viewers as well. I have come into contact with this video officially on the platform for the first time, on your platform officially. I heard about the video trending, and
Reverend Victor, we seem to be having some challenges hearing you. If you could just make the point one more time, so we can get you loud and clear.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, that's better.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I guess, okay, right. It looks like we're having challenges with the, dear. All right. So I think we are having challenges with the system. Okay.
Well, so what we'll try definitely to do is to get back to Reverend Victor Brew. He's head of legal at WASSCE. And for those of you who are still with us here on the JoyNews channel, this is The Pulse. We're taking a very short break. When we return, we'll get you some reactions to what's happening to the West Africa certificate examination these days. And you're welcome back. Let's try and raise back Reverend Victor Brew, who's the head of legal at WASSCE. Obviously, the Corruption Watch investigation is pointing out to some issues happening to the West Africa examination certificate. So thank you, sir, for coming back on the show. You were making a point earlier about how there's a challenge with your system. How are you solving that problem, really?
We have instituted a number of measures to deal with, such situations that have come up in times past. Really, we have always held a position that stamping out or stemming the tide of examination malpractice is a collective responsibility, and we welcome at any point in time organizations and individuals who would want to give us tip-offs and reports that would aid us or facilitate, stemming out this canker that is threatening the moral fiber of our society.
Yeah, but
and so this year, we have instituted a number of measures to ensure that those who operate rogue websites and those who have transformed themselves into a cartel in various schools to promote such nefarious activities don't have their way this year.
But practically speaking, can this issue be dealt with entirely?
Well, I mean, I told you earlier that this is a collective responsibility. And so this is not to take anything away from us, but to say that it's not a secret that, beyond pre-tertiary education, you have these issues of examination malpractice all over. We have, we have decided that whatever it takes to make sure that examination malpractice is eliminated or minimized to the barest minimum, we will do. And so, as I told you earlier, this year, we are actually going to do something different that will frustrate the work of such miscreants who have decided or are determined to ensure that the examination malpractice is perpetrated.
But take us through some of the reforms we are likely to see from your end. Is there something more you're doing beyond going after these people? The concern is a lot of water has gone under the bridge, so perhaps you may want to be focused on the next exercise. But what measures will you institute to tackle some of these problems? Okay,
we are already started with education, exposing the modus operandi of these miscreants and informing the public to be wary of them. Actually, this year, just as we did in the BEC, we are going to do something unique that would make it very difficult to want to to cheat. Something will happen in terms of the questions, and so it will be difficult for these miscreants to have their way this time around. In terms of security arrangements, we have actually beefed up security in our printing area. We have had National Investigation Bureau, that is formerly PNI. We have our own in-house security. We have the police, national security, all involved in guarding the printing and packing process. And so internally, we have beefed up security. And then externally, we have our underground security operatives who are feeding us with information. And so we are preparing this year to make sure that the efforts of these miscreants are frustrated and that they don't achieve their goal.
How about the issue on technology to get the process itself? Because yes, you may secure the papers, but then when you enter the examination hall, that's an entirely different condition. So the introduction of cameras, for instance, were mooted some time ago. How far with that arrangement?
Yes, this is an ongoing process, and this has implications, resource implications. And, we work with government in mobilizing resource to address such issues. So it's an ongoing matter. But, last year, just to take your mind back a little, after the WASSCE, there was the BEC, and, we didn't hear anything about BEC, such stories. And so that tells you that after the WASSCE, we would have gained some information that informed us regarding the way we handle the BEC. So I can assure you that the WASSCE this year will be much better in terms of deployment of technology. Maybe we may not have the CCTV cameras for now, but then we will do better. And there are other measures which we are keeping close to our chest because of the issue of security. And I want to assure you that, God helping us, we should have a better WASSCE than last year's.
All right, then. Thank you, Reverend Brew, for your time.
Thank you very much for having me
on The Pulse. Now, and bless us on that next.